Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts, things still don't go as planned? Life constantly urges us to control everything. Outcomes, timing, even how others respond. We believe that pushing harder and never letting up will bring success. But often, the more we force things, the more drained and stuck we feel. What if the real key isn't in doing more, but in letting go? What if surrendering and trusting the process actually opens the door to what you've been chasing? Sometimes, the magic happens not when we fight for it, but when we release the need to control. In today's video, we'll explore 7 powerful Buddhist teachings on how letting go can open the path, and why everything you've been seeking is already coming to you. 1. The power of trusting the timing. In today's fast-paced world, we're used to getting what we want instantly. Whether it's success, love, or fulfillment, we often expect immediate results. But one of life's most powerful lessons, found in spiritual traditions like Buddhism, is learning to trust in timing. This mindset shift can completely change how we move through life. The universe doesn't follow our timelines. It moves in its own rhythm, a flow that's aligned with our soul's purpose, even when we can't see it. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. Often, something better is unfolding, something we couldn't have planned with our limited perspective. Trusting the timing of your life means letting go of urgency. It's about softening the grip on how and when things must happen. It's not about being passive or doing nothing. It's about staying open, showing up for your life, and allowing things to unfold naturally. Nature is a beautiful example. A flower blooms when it's ready, not because we push it to. Forcing outcomes creates stress and resistance. Trusting the process, on the other hand, brings calm and clarity. Delays and detours aren't failures. They're often periods of preparation, growth, and inner alignment. These pauses are where transformation happens, even if we don't recognize it at the time. When you trust that the universe is working behind the scenes, you find peace in the present. Patience isn't weakness, it's deep wisdom. It means you believe that what's meant for you will find its way to you effortlessly and at the perfect moment. So relax, stay open, do your part, and let life surprise you. What's meant for you is already making its way into your life. 2. The universe reflects your energy, not your urgency. In Buddhist thought, we recognize that the universe isn't chaotic or indifferent. It responds to the energy we radiate. This energy, often called our vibration, is the sum of our thoughts, emotions, and inner beliefs. It acts like a signal, constantly broadcasting our inner state out into the world. When you are grounded in trust, peace, and positive expectation, you emit a frequency of abundance. And in return, the universe reflects that frequency back to you by sending matching experiences, opportunities, and people into your life. But when you act from desperation, feeling anxious, fearful, or constantly grasping for something, your energetic frequency changes. You begin to operate from a mindset of lack. Instead of telling the universe, "I'm ready to receive," you're signaling, "I don't have enough." The universe doesn't respond to your wants or needs. It mirrors the energy behind them. So when your energy says scarcity, that's what keeps showing up. Desperation is a form of resistance. The more you try to force something to happen, the more you block the natural flow. You may believe that effort alone brings results, but anxious energy actually pushes what you want further away. Real transformation happens when you let go of the need to chase. When you embody calm assurance and align with the belief that what you desire is already making its way to you, your vibration shifts. From that space of trust, the universe starts responding in your favor. Not because you're pushing, but because you're aligned. So step back, trust the process, shift your energy from urgency to certainty. The universe listens not to your desperation, but to your calm belief that everything is unfolding in perfect time. 3. Control blocks the flow. One of the most freeing truths in Buddhist wisdom is this: the more we try to control life, the more we get in our own way. It's natural to want to manage everything, the outcomes, the timing, how things unfold. But the tighter we grip, the more we disrupt the flow of life and close ourselves off from possibilities. Think of trying to hold water in your hands. The harder you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. In the same way, the more we try to force things, the more we block what's meant for us. This need to control stems from fear of the unknown, of failure, or of not getting what we want. But when we relax our grip and allow life to move naturally, something powerful happens. We stop resisting and we start receiving. This isn't about becoming passive or indifferent. It's about showing up, doing what's needed, but letting go of the obsession with controlling every detail. It's trusting that things can unfold in a way that's even better than we imagined. Control also creates tension inside us. When we constantly try to manage our thoughts, emotions, or reactions out of fear, we become drained and anxious. Surrendering control allows us to find peace within. We begin to respond to life with clarity and calm instead of fear and pressure. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means opening up. It means trusting that what's meant for you will find its way to you without being forced. When you stop pushing so hard, you make space for blessings, ideas, people, and opportunities to flow into your life with ease. The less you try to control, the more life opens up in magical, unexpected ways. 4. You receive what you truly believe you deserve. One of the most transformative truths found in Buddhist philosophy, and echoed in many spiritual traditions, is the understanding that your reality is shaped not simply by what you want, but by what you believe you're worthy of. Life reflects back to us the energy we carry, and that energy is determined by how we see ourselves. The universe isn't responding to your surface-level hopes. It's reacting to the core beliefs you hold about your own worth. Your thoughts, feelings, and self-perception form the energetic blueprint for what you attract. If you walk through life feeling confident in your worthiness, believing that you deserve love, peace, success, and joy, your vibration reflects that. In turn, the universe begins to align people, experiences, and opportunities that resonate with that same frequency. This isn't wishful thinking or arrogance. It's a deep alignment with your own value. But the opposite is also true. If you carry subconscious beliefs that you aren't good enough, that happiness is for others but not for you, or that success must always come with struggle, those beliefs create invisible walls. Without realizing it, you begin to repel the very things you say you want. It's not because you're undeserving, but because at a deeper level you don't believe you are. This self-doubt acts like static in your signal to the universe. While your desires are calling out, your energy says, I don't truly believe I can have this. And the universe, always reflecting your energy, responds accordingly, often by withholding what you're unintentionally pushing away. To change what you attract, you must first change what you believe about yourself. This is the inner work, the shift in perspective that Buddhism so often emphasizes. When you begin to see yourself not as someone who has to earn worthiness through pain or perfection, but as someone who is already inherently valuable, everything begins to transform. You don't attract what you wish for, you attract what you expect for yourself. Your expectations are guided by your self-worth. When you shift those expectations to match a higher view of your value, your external world starts to mirror that change. This doesn't mean life becomes effortless or that challenges disappear. What changes is your relationship to them. You stop sabotaging your progress. You stop settling for less. You stop second-guessing every step. You begin to show up differently, more grounded, more trusting, more willing to receive without guilt or hesitation. And in that space, life starts showing up for you in ways you didn't even know were possible. You also stop forcing things. When you're grounded in your worth, you no longer chase, you attract. You don't need to prove or push. Instead, you take aligned action, knowing that you're worthy of the results. You trust that good things are not just possible, but available to you, because you believe you're ready to receive them. And that's the real power of this principle, not in passivity, but in empowered alignment. You still take steps toward your goals, but you do so from a place of wholeness rather than lack. You no longer approach life asking, "What do I need to do to be worthy of this?" Instead, you say, "I am already worthy, and so I act from that truth." As you deepen this belief, the universe responds in kind. You'll begin to notice new opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere, people who support your growth, and circumstances that match your vision. It's not magic, it's resonance. It's the energetic harmony between what you believe and what life delivers. Ultimately, your outer world is a mirror of your inner world. The more you believe in your value, the more life reflects that value back to you. The more you align with the energy of deserving, the more you receive things that affirm your worth. So ask yourself honestly, what do I believe I deserve? Then do the inner work to raise that belief, not through ego, but through recognition of your true nature, worthy, whole, and ready to receive. When you hold that belief firmly, the universe has no choice but to meet you there. Because in the end, it's not just about attracting what you want. It's about becoming the kind of person who believes they're ready to receive it, and living each day from that truth. 5. Let go and see the miracles. In today's fast-moving and success-driven world, we're often conditioned to believe that the only path to our dreams is through relentless effort, constant action, and complete control. We're taught to push harder, chase faster, and never stop striving. The common belief is that if we don't force things to happen, they never will. But what if the true secret to receiving what you most desire isn't about holding tighter, but about releasing your grip altogether? Letting go is not about giving up on your hopes or abandoning your goals. Instead, it's about surrendering your attachment to how things should unfold. Buddhism teaches that attachment is one of the main sources of suffering. When we cling too tightly to a specific outcome, we create inner resistance. That resistance cuts off the natural flow of life, blocking the very blessings we're trying to attract. Think about it. When you try to control every aspect of your journey, you're not allowing life the freedom to move and support you. You become rigid, anxious, and hyper-focused on the outcome. And that energy, tension, fear, control, creates friction with the universe's natural rhythm. When you choose to let go, you soften, you open up, you stop grasping and start trusting. It's not about abandoning your dreams. It's about having faith that there's a higher intelligence already working behind the scenes. When you step back and stop micromanaging the universe, you make room for possibilities greater than your imagination. Letting go means detaching from the need to control timing, methods, and results. It's about surrendering your plans so that a more perfect plan can unfold. Instead of obsessing over when and how things will come together, you ground yourself in the present moment and trust that what's meant for you will never miss you. This act of surrender creates spaciousness, the kind of space where magic lives. In this space, the universe can deliver in ways you didn't expect, often better than what you originally asked for. Consider the process of planting a seed. Once you plant it, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, provide light, and trust nature to do its part. You don't control the timing of its bloom. You simply create the right environment and then step back. The same principle applies to your dreams. Nurture them, but let go of trying to control their every move. Trust that what you've planted will bloom in its time. Letting go also means releasing the fear of loss, the fear that if you loosen your grip, everything will fall apart. In truth, it's often the holding on that causes things to unravel. Fear-based attachment leads to stress, anxiety, and disconnection. But when you release that fear, you allow grace to enter. You open the door to abundance. Letting go is not weakness or apathy. It's a courageous act of faith. It's saying, I've done my part, now I trust the universe to do its part. This is where miracles happen. When you no longer try to force the outcome, life begins to unfold naturally and in perfect alignment. Sometimes the greatest gifts come in unexpected forms, through a delayed answer, a change in direction, or a chance encounter. But those gifts can only reach you if you've created the space to receive them. If your hands are full, clutching control, fear, doubt, you can't catch what the universe is trying to give you. Letting go also invites you to release the emotional baggage of the past. Old disappointments, lingering resentments, and mental stories can cloud your vision and weigh down your energy. By letting go of these, you clear your inner space and make room for clarity, healing, and new beginnings. It's not about denying your emotions. It's about not letting them dictate your path. Surrendering means accepting the unknown and learning to trust the process. It means allowing life to unfold without needing to see every step in advance. In this openness, in this willingness to trust what you cannot yet see, the universe begins to respond. It sends you signs, nudges, and opportunities you never could have orchestrated on your own. Letting go is a spiritual practice. It's a daily decision to align with flow rather than force. It's a reminder that you are not alone, that there is something greater working on your behalf. So when you find yourself grasping tightly, trying to control the details, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what if I trusted instead? What if you allowed space for something even better than you planned? Miracles happen in the space between effort and surrender. When you let go, you don't lose control. You hand it over to a wiser, more loving force. And in doing so, you allow your life to expand in beautiful, unexpected ways. The more you release, the more you receive. Letting go is not the end. It's the beginning of everything you've been waiting for. 6. Silence says more than words ever could. In a world filled with constant movement, distractions, and information overload, it can feel like we're always surrounded by noise, whether it's the buzz of technology, the hum of conversations, or the never-ending stream of thoughts in our minds. We're taught to respond quickly, speak up, and stay busy. But what if the real power lies not in doing more, but in stepping back into stillness? In Buddhist teachings, silence is seen as a gateway to wisdom. It's not just about the lack of sound, it's about creating a sacred space where understanding can unfold. When we quiet the chatter inside and around us, we create room for deep insight to arise. Just like a clear, still pond reflects its surroundings perfectly, a quiet mind reveals what's hidden beneath the surface. When the noise fades, the truth becomes clearer. Answers we've been seeking often don't come when we're busy or overwhelmed. They emerge in moments of quiet presence. Silence helps us connect with our inner self, with the universe, and with what truly matters. In our outward lives, silence can also be a powerful form of communication. In a society where many compete to be heard, choosing not to speak can show more strength than words ever could. It reflects emotional control, confidence, and a deep sense of inner peace. Remaining silent isn't about being passive. It's about understanding that not everything requires a reaction. The more we fill our lives with noise, the harder it becomes to hear the quiet messages the universe is always sending, those gentle nudges, gut feelings, or subtle signs guiding us. When we make space through silence, we tune in to that deeper wisdom. Silence connects us with truth, clarity, and peace. It empowers us to respond with intention rather than impulse. In that stillness, we find direction, balance, and alignment with life's greater flow. In the end, silence truly does speak louder than noise, because in silence, we rediscover ourselves. 7. Calmness is its own form of manifestation. In today's world, where constant movement, ambition, and non-stop effort are glorified, calmness is often misunderstood as laziness or lack of drive. Society teaches us to push harder, work longer, and chase success with relentless urgency. But what if true manifestation doesn't come from struggle or force, but from stillness? Calmness is not about doing nothing. It's about doing everything from a centered place of peace. When you're calm, you're not disconnected from your goals. You're more deeply connected to them because you're aligned with yourself and with the natural rhythm of the universe. In spiritual traditions like Buddhism, calmness is seen as a powerful state of being. When your inner world is settled, your energy becomes clear and focused. Much like a mirror reflecting without distortion, a calm mind reflects truth and clarity, and that clarity becomes a beacon for what you desire to come into your life. When we are anxious, rushed, or stressed, we send out chaotic energy. This dissonance pushes away the very things we want. It's like trying to tune a radio with static. The message doesn't come through clearly. But when you cultivate inner stillness, you become more receptive. You move with life rather than against it. Letting go of resistance is a key part of manifesting. Calmness allows you to surrender, not in defeat, but in trust. You stop trying to control every outcome and start allowing life to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean you stop taking action. Rather, your actions come from clarity, not from fear or desperation. In calmness, you trust that things will arrive at the right time. You give up the need to force, and you open yourself to divine timing. Your energy shifts from urgency to ease, and this energetic shift invites the universe to meet you halfway. Being calm is also being grounded. You're not swayed by external chaos or distracted by self-doubt. You make decisions with purpose. You act with intention. And in that space of peace, manifestation becomes effortless. Moreover, calmness helps you detach from outcomes. You're no longer obsessed with how and when things will happen. Instead, you enjoy the journey, knowing the destination is already forming. This detachment frees you from pressure, allowing you to receive what's meant for you. Ultimately, calmness is more than just a peaceful feeling. It's a powerful creative force. It aligns your energy with abundance, love, and purpose. When you're calm, you don't chase after your desires, you draw them to you naturally. Calmness isn't weakness, it's your greatest strength. It is manifestation in its purest form. So, pause for a moment and take a gentle breath. Release the urge to control every outcome and trust that what you've been hoping for is already making its way to you. Trust the process. Trust that the universe is guiding you, even if you can't yet see the full picture. When you stop forcing things to happen, the right people, opportunities, and experiences begin to arrive effortlessly. Stay grounded in calm. Keep your heart open. Let life flow to you naturally. You are worthy of all the goodness coming your way. If this video helped you find a moment of calm, feel free to share it with someone who may need it too. Like and subscribe for more messages to uplift and center you. Always keep in mind, everything is falling into place exactly as it's meant to, even if it doesn't look that way yet. Take good care of yourself, and until we meet again, may peace gently walk beside you.